Today at Folsom Audio, we're taking this DV-77 and we're going to swap out one of the Sheffields in my peavy MS412 cabinet. Stick around, let's compare these two and see how they sound. So I'm not gonna lie, I use a lot of amp sims and all that. They sound freaking incredible to me. I've just been wanting to use analog stuff more often for commitment reasons and I don't know, man, maybe self-satisfaction, I guess. So I have this 6505 I got a while ago. I recently put this tongue sole in it and it made it a bit more aggressive, which was sweet. I've been running it through this Capture 8, using IRs, and like, it's cool or whatever, but from what I hear, there's nothing that beats a cabinet pushing air. So I thought I need to jump on this train and start trying to figure out miking cabinets, getting good tones out of cabs and all that. So I got this DV-77 made by Eminence. Omega Ampworks hooked me up. Michael took time out of his day to go find this for me. I paid for it and got it sent over. And yeah, I'm real excited to see how it sounds in comparison to the Sheffields that are in this one. I'm not too big a fan of what's in here. Some people like them. I personally don't. I don't think they really hold tone in a clear way, but hey, I made a video about that. You can go check that out. We're not here for that right now. What we're gonna do is install this DV-77 in this cabinet. Then we're gonna compare a Sheffield versus a DV-77. And we're gonna find out what this speaker's made of, and I guess how these guys compare to it. Because this is supposed to be a version of a V30. That's kind of how everybody likes to describe it. It's Slipknot's, Mick Thompson's signature speaker. He went through and had a design for him, and it's supposed to have all the good shit about a V30 without all the bad shit, all the hiss and all the high end that a lot of people don't really like. We're gonna see how it sounds. I'm excited as fuck about this. I hope you guys are excited too to see how it compares. Let's put it in the cabinet. And through movie magic, we're done. We got this Sheffield taken out. Kind of wimpy, honestly, compared to the other one. Huge difference in weight. This DV-77's heavy as hell. This, I mean, it's kind of heavy, I guess. Definitely feels like a cheap speaker. So I swapped out top right. I guess it's top left, your top right if you look at it. So here's our DV-77. We've got a Sheffield over here. And I did do one thing. I wasn't a fan of how the input jacks were at the bottom of the cabinet. I took it and I flipped it over. So the first speaker that's fed is the DV-77. Second one that's fed is gonna be the Sheffield up top. And then it goes down and back over. We're gonna mic these up and we're gonna see how each one of them sounds, well, in comparison to the other. as well as on their own. This thing's dusty. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but here it is. Sheffield. Model 1290, 16 ohms. Swapped with a DV-77, 16 ohm by Eminence. I'm excited to see how this sounds. What's up, guys? At this point, I've got everything set up. I've got the guitar tone ready. I've got a mic on it. I'm using an SM7B right at the dust cap. The only difference here is that the DV-77's dust cap is a little bit smaller. Well, not a little bit. It's a lot fucking smaller than the Sheffield's dust cap, but we're going to stick with the dust cap being the point of reference anyway. My chain is my, I've got a Schecter Demon 7. We're running that into a drive pedal that I built. It's an overdrive pedal, and then we're running that into another overdrive pedal. Don't ask me why. It's my business, not yours. And then we're going into a suppressor. After that, we're going out into the 6505, and then we're going straight through the wall jack and into the cab, which is in my booth, so I don't have to listen to this loud shit. I'm going to record a couple riffs from the song that I released from Prophet Seeker called Lay Down the Crown. You can go check that out pretty much only on my Facebook page, because I'm not releasing the music at all, like, to platforms. I just don't feel like I need to do that. Not trying to make money or anything, to be honest. It's just, you know, me releasing music to release music for the sake of releasing music. What we got going on after we hit the cab, we're going into that SM7B, which I mentioned, and we're running it into my Neve pre. It's not made by Neve, it's a Heritage Audio, but it's fucking gold as far as I'm concerned. I'm not doing any EQ on it, though I want to, but I want to show you guys what the raw tones are with no love. Just straight mic, DAW, your ears. Let's do it. So, just like I kind of expected, the DV-77 to me sounds way better than the Sheffield. I feel like the Sheffield doesn't sit forward enough, and you'd have to do a shitload of EQ to even get that thing to even like sit up front like it really needs to in metal. Not that it sounds necessarily bad, I just don't think it's that great of a speaker for like distorted tones. It might work well for cleans. Maybe I can do a video later and try that out, but my thoughts personally are the DV-77 is a lot more mid-forward and a lot more present without being harsh. Whereas the Sheffield, it's really not as present as you want it to be, which would make you have to do a lot of EQ. And if you really listen, there's a hiss up in the top end. And like, it could have something to do with the way I had it mic'd up. Like I was saying before, the dust caps are a little different on each one of these, where the DV-77 has a bit of a smaller dust cap. The dust cap on the Sheffield is probably about this big. So that could have something to do with it. I did use the edge of the dust cap as my point of reference, so I tried to hit the edge of each dust cap. That probably has a lot to do with it, to be honest. But I just used the dust caps as that point of reference, and I went from there. But personally, I really just feel like the DV-77 is the shit. Like, dude, load your cabinet with these things. They're badass. Like, holy shit, bro. I'm not saying, hold on. I'm not saying get the DV-77s. Get the DV-77s. That was my best impersonation of that alien guy. Anyway, you really need to get these speakers. You need to put them in your cabs. They're fucking badass. If you've got Sheffields, get rid of them. Buy DV-77s, put these bad boys in there, and you're gonna be golden. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. Seeing the difference between these two really, to me, drives home how important it is to have high quality drivers in your cabinets. You know what I mean? The voice of your tone is determined by your cabinet speakers. That's just, it is what it is. It's just one of those things to where you can't really escape this. You just have to swap them. So you've got to get a good cabinet with good drivers in it if you're wanting real tone. Otherwise, you need to be using good IRs. But, you know, this is just my opinion. As always, I've been Brandon. You guys have been dope as fuck. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Later.